Thank you to all the regulars. It's so warming to see everybody come back, and I feel like it's like this rendezvous. My mom is here. We are complete. Yeah, today was extra stressful. It's kind of like running a TV show, like a live TV show, like Saturday Night Live or something. But on top of it, I had like a real show in person today. So I was just all over the place. I was in Santa Clarita. And if you're tuning in from other parts of the country, that's like, I call it the industry hub of entertainment world here in California.
Yeah.
They all have 2.5 kids and a Nissan Sentra. The 24-hour fitness closes at 9. So yeah, they're pretty active in the streets today. They were doing the protesting for Governor Newsom, like the recall. And I don't know anything about it, but man, they were like in front of my car, honk, girl, smash your window. I don't know. All I know is that there are a lot of comedians who are very sad right now, and I want them to go back to work. Here's the thing that's confusing to me is that there's no live entertainment, but I went to Walmart the other day and there were 200 people there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb up there next to the vacuum cleaners and just do my set from there. And what's the deal with patio and garden? I mean, am I right? Up your nose with a rubber hose, Governor. I don't know. I don't even know what it means to be recalled. That's the first I'd ever heard of it. So, to show you how political I am, I have to think that getting recalled would be worse than getting outvoted, though, right? Because a recall means that the manufacturer found a defect, and he's going to bring you back to the factory. I don't even know what happens after that. Does he like show up refurbished on Amazon later? Governor, like new, original packaging. I think only Governor Newsom's mom should be able to recall him. She's the original manufacturer. And you could bet my mom had some moments where she wanted to recall me. Yeah. Yeah, she used to work at a bank, like back in the day, and I would just hang around bugging people while she worked. And that was like, that was back when they still like tied the pen to the desk with a chain. You remember that? And you go in there and you're like, what does that cost you? A nickel? Really? Like, maybe I should loan you money. Yeah, I didn't get to see. Hey, sis, are you in the house tonight? She didn't make it. Okay. Yeah, last week my sister was here, and my niece and my nephew came into the after party. They're super sweet kids. I just hope that they don't lose that innocence. They're at that age, and you just want to protect them from, especially today where there's all the cancel culture and the piling on. And we were watching the History Channel, and they asked what stoning was. I'm like, well, it's like Twitter, but with rocks. If we could just limit the time, the time that they spend on the phone, because that's the addiction. If you've seen the show Social Dilemma, have you guys seen that on Netflix? Nobody? Yeah. Just me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It shows like how they addict you and everything. We were at the park. Patty and I went to the park, and it was all, butterflies and sunshine, and Julie Andrews frolicked by, and there are just this group of teenagers on their phones just buried. Did you see this video, dude? And I don't know. TikTok is the sound of all that time you'll never get back. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the time that I've gotten to spend with Patty. I text her at 3 a.m. all the time. Like I'm up thinking about you again. I know you're right beside me, but I'm thinking about, I don't know. Life catches up. We were reminiscing about all the road gigs that she used to go on before she knew better. And one year I was doing these shows in the South, and we had to stop in at a truck stop dinery, like a Mel's Diner. And it was the kind of place where the cook comes out himself to take your order, and he's got like the Copenhagen What do you want? And there was like the menu had nothing on it. I'm like, do you have any fresh fruit? He's like, just you. Oh, a long way from Trader Joe's, everybody. I felt like I'd strayed too far from my people at Trader Joe's. Yeah, Patty's not big on flying. I mean, she'll do it, but she gets worried like when our family flies. Like she'll go, Did you at least make sure the plane landed? I'm like, honey, if the plane didn't land, we'd get notified by CNN. I flew, I had a gig in Texas not that long ago. And yeah, do we have Texas? All right. Texas in the house. You guys defrosted yet?
Yeah.
We were worried about you there for a minute. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. But when I got back from that, I had to take a bus back to my car. And I was thinking about how I'm on this bus. And when I'm in a car and I don't wear my seatbelt, I get a ticket. But when I'm on a bus, I can just walk around and, all you got to do is grab one of those nooses. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is all right. I'm sure this will be fine. So long as we don't hit anything. So for those of you who are new, my name is Jason Love, and I'm the host. And I'm married to a woman. Surprise! She's great. And, Patty is, she's a photographer. She's like artistic and she's getting better at Photoshop. And the other day she was doing the magic eraser. She was touching up a photo with me in it. And I learned some things about myself that day. She erased 2 of my moles. And I'm like, those are beauty marks. I will have you know. My mom told me. She's like drawing a mustache on me and some muscles. She superimposes Brad Pitt. I don't know. Last week was her birthday. We went to Vegas for her birthday, and it was fun. We went hiking and stuff. It used to be that in Vegas, all of the billboards along the freeway were for shows that were happening. But now, every single one after another was for personal injury attorneys. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. I mean, the message could not have been clearer. Like, out of money? Why not slip and fall? Here's a list of some places we recommend. Yeah, I make fun of these lawsuits, all the frivolous lawsuits. But, there was one time where I got bit by a dog. And even while the teeth were still attached to me, I was thinking, cha-ching, yeah. But then it started to hurt, and I had to kick him to get him off with my other leg, and he went, beep, 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 beep. And I locked eyes with the owner, and I'm like, call it even? Some people some people let their dogs lick them on the mouth. So I don't, yeah, I know. I like dogs, but not enough to round second. I mean, come on. And you know where that tongue has been. You know perfectly well where that tongue has been. All right. I'll do one thing on the guitar. I don't want to cheat you of the talent you have coming at you tonight. They're really good. I majored in English in college, and I probably spent too much time listening to the words of music. Like in my mind, music is supposed to be art, like where a poem meets a melody, and then you get to some of these songs and you're like, they didn't even make an effort, I wish that James Lipton were still here so he could sit down with like Nicki Minaj, like, well, tell me, Nicki, what did you have in mind when you so deftly wrote, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe, stupid hoe. I don't know. How about this? I've just been playing around with a lot of ideas lately. I there are a lot of things that go into music. You know, one of them is the accent. Like where you are in the world has, you know, it has an effect on the song. Like John Lennon was from Liverpool, and his parents were Irish, and it all just came together. You know, it just works. He's cool. And I was thinking, what if you took like a cool Lennon song and you had it sung by like Michael Caine with that goofy Cockney thing? She told me she walked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire, biscuits and gravy, Norwegian wood. I don't know. Thank you, everybody. I'm getting loopy. It's been a long day. All right. Well, let's get this thing going. You guys are great. The laughter is just right. And we appreciate those of you who have unmuted. And some of you power users have lent us your video as well. Thank you all for that. And if you don't want to be in the panelists, we'll move you over and we'll swap you in for somebody who does. But right now, you guys are, perfect. So thank you for that. All right, your next comedian, I've got to find her here. I just worked with her recently. She plays clubs and colleges around the country. She's a regular at the Tacoma Club in Seattle. She's been on Laughs on Fox. Put your hands together for my friend, Monica Nevi.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm here. Can you find me? Ah, there I am. Hey. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's nice to hear people at all. That's wonderful. I like this. I'm a rule follower. I follow the rules.
All the way done yet.
Oh, okay. Somebody's working on their homework. I do. I follow the rules. I did break one rule, though, during this whole time. I only broke one. I got a haircut when I shouldn't. And only one, obviously, because it's been quite a while at this point. But I got a haircut when I shouldn't. And people with long hair know, though, that at some point it gets to a length where it's trying to murder you in your sleep. Okay.
Yes.
I put deodorant on it. It's not good. I let it go past that, though. But the straw that broke the camel's back, I was in the shower. And people with long hair know that sometimes in the shower, it'll go down your back and into your butt crack. I was trying to clean it out of there, and I felt like one of those clowns pulling a scarf out of its sleeve. I was like, this is too much. Those are agreement laughs. Okay, here we go. This is good. I follow the rules. I did what they said, right? I stayed inside. I ordered food. I ordered a lot of food. I drank more. I think they told us to do that. I did that. I let it got to a point where I was like, I think I need to start taking care of my body better. So I started working out in the morning. I'm a morning workout person now. I always wanted to be a morning workout person, but this is what they don't tell you about working out in the morning. No matter what time you get there, someone was always there before you. Right? If you get there at 7, someone was there at 6. If you get there at 6, someone was there at 5. Even if you get there at 5 in the morning, someone was there at 2:30. He was drunk, but he was there. I like the group that sounds like they're watching from outside. That's my favorite. Yeah, there. No, I did have to. You got to make some changes. So I did just start a vegan diet. It's just vodka and cigarettes, but it is vegan. I saw a lot of Southern California, so hopefully you don't get offended by vegan jokes. I would love to be vegan, actually. I totally get it. If you do it for the environment, all that stuff, I want to do it. But it's when, they push it on you sometimes, and that's a little aggressive, especially the people who really are into it for the animals, which I respect, but then it's just not going to convince me, right? One of my friends, very vegan, really wanted to put it on me for the animals. And she was like, well, think about your favorite animal. what's your favorite animal? And I was like, steak. Stop talking to me. She did stop talking to me. It worked out. No, it has been a weird time. I went from internationally touring stand-up comedian to a stay-at-home remote learning facilitator. Second grader. I didn't even have kids before this. I don't know how it happened. Anybody else? It's making them weird, right? Not like they need to be around other kids. It's making us weird. I know this is nice, but it's like I'd rather you guys be right in front of me, right? And it is, and I miss him being around other kids, right? So we used to take him to the park every day after school so he could play with the other kids, and they were very sweet. They would always come up and say, "Oh, we should have a play date, and then you can come over and have a play date with my parents, and you guys can be friends." And I had to be like, "What's your name again? Diesel Freedom? Yeah, I'm not going to be friends with your parents." It happened. It is. It's making them weird. Now they see each other in real life, and they're like, "Who let you out? How is this happening?" Running out of stuff to do because they're on screens all the time, which before we were like not screens all we got to limit the screens, right? And now they have to do it. He's running out of stuff to do. He made the poor choice to go over to the parent side of the tablet and try and search naked girls. It's concerning because he's only 7, but lucky for us, I mean, we knew it was him because he spelled it naked grills. It worked out. It was just a bunch of barbecues with no cover on it, but he's still Sorry, I love that's funny. Thank you. I appreciate it. He still sees like TV and stuff, so he knows he's supposed to be a certain way, but his interests don't really match up with it, right? Like he knows he's supposed to be like a bro, a macho guy, but he doesn't. Like the other day he came in the house and he was like, "Woo, yeah, I love musicals." I think that's the wrong energy for that, but I respect it. Thank you. I mean, we're getting weird too, right? We're on screens all the time now too. My mom is in her 60s, and so like most women in her 60s, she loves Facebook. That is a thing. She's all about Facebook. But I'm a millennial. We kind of grew up with some form of social media the whole time. It's still new for some people, right? And so she tags me in like very sentimental things, right? Daughters are God's gift to the earth or whatever, right? Mom, that's not human connection, like text it to me if you want to tell me that. Just don't call me because that's weird. I am a millennial, which is just within the last couple weeks become like I'm being attacked from both sides at this point. We were always getting crap before from older generations, and I want to stand up for us for a brief moment. I know we deserve some of it, and that's fine, but I need to clarify one thing about millennials. We did not give ourselves participation trophies. We didn't make it up. That wasn't us. We didn't get the parents together as a group of 6-year-olds and sit everyone down. Like, hey, we're going to implement a new trophy system where the only losers are you guys. Like, that never happened. And now it's coming from the younger ones. Gen Z is attacking us all of a sudden. I don't know if you guys knew this. They're saying that you can spot a millennial by a side part. I've never read anything and gone, oh, damn it. It's like they got me. I mean, which we could change. You don't want us to be dressing up younger. That's never, when we were in middle school, we didn't want our moms dressing like us. You don't want that to happen, right? So don't worry about it. Also, that's not how you identify a millennial. A millennial is someone who has IBS. That's the only thing that we all have for some reason. I don't know what happened to our stomachs. I don't get it. We're not offended all the time. We are trying not to poop our pants. That's what it is. Don't laugh too hard. Yeah.
Got me.
Oh, man. It's unfortunately true. I don't know what we've been eating. Anyways, okay, on to the next. It's such a weird time. It's been good things though. I got engaged the day after Christmas. I got engaged. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Odd time to have it happen though, right? Like we couldn't get our friends together. To celebrate, so we had to decide between going to an Airbnb for a weekend or buying a squatty potty. Those were our two options. We are romantic, so we went to the Airbnb, don't worry. And then I stole their squatty potty, so it worked out. I do miss traveling. So I'm from Seattle. Oh, thank you. It's about the level of enthusiasm we have. They're like, yeah, that's fine. I heard odd argument, a little bit of a tangent here, but I did hear a couple of people arguing about which state had better serial killers. And Washington was up there on the list, as we know, lots of serial killers. And unfortunately, I think it's because everyone's too passive aggressive to say anything. It's not good serial killers, it's just bad neighbors. That's all it is. It's a different interview on the news when they're like, so you lived next to the Green River Killer for 12 years. What was he like? And you're like, I never talked to him. I wear headphones in my own home. That's not. That's what we were up to. No, it is. If you haven't been, Seattle is a weird, they call it the Seattle freeze. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It's just how we treat each other. If you've never been, being from Seattle is basically being a cat. That's all. Like a new person walks in and we're all just like, who's that guy? I hope he doesn't talk to me. And that's the end of it. That's, but different place, like being from the South, they're like puppies. They're so excited to see you. And it was off-putting the first time I was there. The first time I worked in the South, I was working in Georgia, and I walked into the bar I was working at, and the guy was like, hey, how y'all doing? How's your day? And I was like, oh, it was good. Where should we go? And he goes, oh, I don't work here. Like, he just wanted to know how we were doing. It scared me. But it's doing different stuff. That's all it is, right? Doing different stuff. Each coast, we just do different. You can still get along, is what I'm saying. Here's a good Seattle example. I was doing a show. There's a couple in the front row, and they get a fight while I'm on stage. And he gets up and he leaves. And I go, oh my gosh, is everything okay? And she looks up at me and she goes, oh, dog stuff. Which is a pretty Seattle answer, actually. But I was like, is that why he left? Is the dog in the car? And she said yes. And I was like, you guys, the dog will be fine for an hour and a half or whatever. The baby is in there to keep it company. He didn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go. No, you guys have been super fun. Thank you so much for having me. Enjoy the rest of the show. Follow us and all that stuff. Come see us live. Thank you very much. I'm Monica Nevi.
Oh my God.
Monica Nevi sticks the landing. Super funny. That is a total Seattle moment. The baby's in the car. They're more concerned with the dog than the baby. She doesn't need me. She does not need me to explain her jokes. I'm just enjoying it alongside you, okay? And by the way, Monica, Bunny Miller said funny stuff. My mom loved you. Tammy Carson loved you. Check out the comments there in the chat section. And Jacqueline Sigrin said she was hilarious. Okay. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Okay. Oh, and hey, I know some of you have asked me about being in the panelist section so that you can unmute and show your video if you want. But you hear that feedback in the we're trying to protect against right there. So that's you, Marilyn Noel. We love you and we want you to come back, but I'm gonna have to put you in the in-between world for now until that echo goes away. Okay, but anyway, we move the people over who've supported the show. We try to give back in that little way that we can. And some of you give to the show, but then you come late. So it kind of cancels out. Once you come late, I'm like working, so. But anyway, your next comedian is a super funny guy. I've gotten to work with him tons. He has been on Laughs on Fox, Dry Bar Comedy, Sirius XM. Put your hands together for Andy Peters.
Hello! Yes!
There he is.
We did it. I'm here. Oh, there I am. Boom. We did it. My dog's here. I'm in my child's playroom. This is the new world we're living in, huh? Kenneth Gentry is standing with his arms crossed while watching this show. That's intimidating as heck, Kenneth.
My back hurts.
Don't come to real shows and stand in the middle of the comedy club with your overalls and your farming outfit and just stonewall the comics. I'm terrified of you in the parking lot after the show, and I'm at my house. This is.
I am too.
Sorry, you seem like a nice guy now that you spoke. Don't judge a book by its cover. This is great. You guys, this is exactly why I got into comedy, to see my own head on a box. Give it up to Monica. She's amazing. Monica from Seattle. I spent some time in Seattle. She's good. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Let's go. I'm not warmed up yet. Let's go. You guys are good. I had a fight with my wife about rap lyrics right before I came in here, so I'm really worked up. It's to the late, great Tupac Shakur song, California. Do you know that song? Do you guys?
Yeah.
Linda goes, no, never heard it. This was the fight. It goes California, and the lyrics go, California knows how to party. California knows how to party. And the fight, this is what my wife really thought the lyrics to the late, great Tupac Shakur California song was. She thought they were California, no doubt about it. California, there ain't no doubt about it. Because Tupac was everybody's aunt who lives in Minneapolis. California is the bee's knees. It's the cat's pajamas. And there ain't no doubt about it. Crack will hit your chest like a slug and wrap your Jimmy in a vest in the city of sex. California, ain't no doubt about it. I'm Tupac Shakur. Zip, zap, zippity, zoo. All right, you guys have never heard that song. Few of you have. Good start. Good start. I am, this is not what a normal mid-30s person's apartment looks like. I did just have a child. I'm not a weirdo who just has an empty crib and a nice mountain scene in his. This is true. In September, I adopted a child. In the middle of a pandemic, I flew to Michigan and got a baby from Detroit and then drove back. And I got to tell you, don't ever do that. Don't do it when the world's literally on fire and ending. Pick like another month. My wife and I really thought, like, we've been trying to adopt for like 2 years and we weren't getting any hits. And I don't know if you know anything about adoption. You have to like sell yourself through these packets, and the adopted mothers like pick you. And nobody wants a stay-at-home stand-up comedian to raise their future child. I learned the hard way. But we ended up getting picked, in September, and I don't know if you knew what was going on in September, but not only did the world end and like everybody, but like we didn't want to fly. Like we flew there and we didn't want to so we adopted the baby and we tried to drive back. And so we drove from Detroit, Michigan, back to our home in California. And in September, I don't know if you looked at a map of the country in the month of September, but all of it was on fire. It was, if you looked at the country of America in September on Google Maps, it was just fire, fire. So we're picking our route on the way to drive back. Like, do you want to be on fire in Wyoming or in Oklahoma, honey? What state would you prefer our car to burst into flames in the middle of a highway with a baby in the back? There's no good state for that. Unless you like barbecue, then it's Texas. Texas people in the house. Let me tell you, so we did chose the southern route. I don't know if you've looked at a map of America. You can get to California just by, hanging a left and walking straight. From any state, you just head to the ocean and you'll get there eventually. And so there's like many routes you could take, and we took the southern route. Now, I don't know if you know anything about the South, but if you're driving through the South, my baby, our son, is black, by the way, black baby. And if you're driving through the South with a black baby, every hotel owner for sure thinks you just kidnapped that baby. And they got a lot of knowing looks, a lot of tucking a dial behind the counter, like a lot of that. But it's fine. We're good. We're settled in now. So 6 month birthday tomorrow. 6-month birthday tomorrow for a baby. Thank you. I know. What do you get your baby for 6 months? More hand-me-downs from another. That's the big thing. I don't think we've paid for anything. Where are the parents at? Are you guys all parents? Does anybody here have kids? I didn't know this. We had been preparing. And we were thinking about stuff in the first month, stuff just kind of showed up, like baby stuff. Everybody who had kids that we know just treated us like a local Goodwill or something. So people just have their stuff stocked up in a garage, and they just send it off to the next person on their contact list that has a baby. So outside of diapers, we haven't really purchased anything. Up to a year, we're set for life. I got stuff in the garage, and it is I do feel when you go to a Goodwill, the guy in the back that has to check all the merchandise, and you think you could drop it off, but there's always the guy that's no. There's those are rusty springs on that bouncy castle. We can't. We're not taking tetanus castles today. I know we're new parents, and we don't want to buy a roller. But this is literal flat plastic tires on that baby roller. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. We're not accepting that. A box of used pacifiers? Yeah, we're not taking those this month. We're not doing a box of your baby's used pacifiers, passing those off to the next baby. We need fresh passies. Thank you. But it's good. We have a dog too. Some of you guys were dog people to make some noise. It's so weird to see. Oh, this is the weirdest way to do comedy. You guys look very relaxed. Everyone's drinking and in your own homes. This might just be. I might just want to do it this way from here on out. I have a kid now, and I don't want to leave I physically can't leave my house. There's walkers and cribs literally in the way between here, and everything is baby related, and I can't leave my house. So this is fine. Literally my baby's over there, right over there. It's so weird. Now I just have a comedy career and not move. Amy Seidman raised her hand. Yes, Amy, do you have a question? The weird way to do comedy. My screen just said Amy raised her hand. That will never. Can you imagine doing a comedy show and someone's just standing by the bar like this? Yes, comedian. I have one question, please. What's in my cup? I'm a dad now. This is straight vodka. What do you think it is? This is straight. Just the goods. This is absinthe. Are you guys all hammered in your own homes? Is that how this works? Randy's tapping on a beer. We get it, Randy. Yes, that is a beer. I like you're just showing an example of a thing. What is it? Oh, it's vodka. It's a screwdriver. Yeah. I would say don't drink and drive, but you don't drink and I don't know, microwave a burrito. What do you not do in your house? Drunk. It's fine. Do whatever you want. Stay at home, get hammered, watch the next internet comedy show that comes your way. It's the best. We just live on the internet now in little boxes. This is the future. It's like the Disney movie Wall-E predicted this. I didn't think that would be the sci-fi that we'd all be living, was Wall-E by Pixar, but that's the one we got. We got Wall-E. Oh, I didn't want you to leave. Somebody left. I'm sorry. I walked a box. They left. People in comedy clubs physically, but this is the first video turn-off walking I've ever gotten. Like, I can't take this. I'm leaving the meeting. This is a meeting. Did you guys know this? The internet calls this a meeting. We're in a comedy meet. So anyway, my dog. I have a dog too, as well as a child. Okay, last joke. Wrapping up. This has been the best set of my life. Career high for me. I'll be in a box with my video off. If you guys want to raise your hand again, I'm taking questions in my box. If you want to shoot over. My dog. Before I leave, I have a child and a dog now, and I have a hard time. Are you? And who's dog owners? Raise your hand. Are you guys the type of dog owners that like call your dog your child? Like, this is I'm the dad of this child. That's so weird if you have a real child. I can't do that now. Like, hey Fido, go get your brother from the other room that is our human brother. That is your human dog. All right, that's it. That's my time. Thank you so much.
All right, Andy Peters, everybody. Yeah, I wondered what Andy would be like on the internet, because in person, this is who he is. Like, he just works the room and whatever comes his way. And sure enough, he was able to do it as a box. So that's off, Andy. That's what we love about you, man. And you got some good comments. You got Eileen Roseman says you have a beautiful heart, Andy. And Deborah Harpole says that she likes how conversational your style is. You get real-time feedback, Andy. Come on. Rika Viola said that she thought you were holding up a tip jar. And then Kia and Chris, who are two new friends of mine, I just did a show with them last week. For Kia had a birthday, and she had friends from all over the country, all over the world. And I'm just like, I don't know that many people would show up to my funeral. So hats up to you, Kia and Chris. And they gave you an OMG. Okay. And then real quick before I forget, because I will, there's that tip jar information if you are so moved. This isn't a telethon, but for those of you who have been so kind. And then Tony, if you wouldn't mind throwing that in the chat room at some point, that would be awesome. Okay, are you guys ready for your next comedian?
Yes.
All right. Well, let me find him real quick. This guy has been on everything. He has been on, he's one of the voices on F is for Family on Netflix with Bill Burr. He did really well on America's Got Talent. I bumped into him on a pier in Juneau one day. Random. Put your hands together for Al Ducharme.
Hey, I just want to make sure. Thank you. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
See me? Can you see me?
Yes.
I'm dressed from the waist up. I don't know how far this goes down. It would be disappointing. It would be very disappointing for some. I'm trying out this new microphone. It's got this little Hitler thing on there. If it's too distracting, let me know. I'll try to keep it down low. But let me know if it's too distracting. Anyway, so what you go out on me? This is great. It looks like the new variant virus, doesn't it? Which one is that? Which one is that? It's the Studio City variant. I'm dressed for this is how I dress at night when I want to steal Amazon boxes from people's porches. Pulls down, zip up. I actually have the Governor Newsom look. He stole my look. This is what he wears. This is what he wears when he goes to the vaccine places. I'm not political either. I'm just making I like his clothes. Okay. Anyways, my name's Al Ducharme. Ducharme is a French name. It's a French-Canadian name, and it's my grandmother's maiden name. And I started using it when I first started out in comedy because it was very difficult with my real name, which is Qaeda. And with the name Al Qaeda these days, it's just... Thank you. Tip the jar. Tip it. Jar. Anyways, I live with this absolutely gorgeous woman. She's stunning. It's new during the pandemic. Can you believe it? It's new. She just moved in. Yeah, she moved into my building downstairs. I live upstairs with my wife, and this woman has no idea that I exist. Sometimes I fold my laundry, and she doesn't like that when I come into her house. But what happened? Anyways, it's all good. It's been almost a year now. It's been a full year that my wife and I really know each other well. We ran out of arguments. We ran out of ways to argue. We're trying to create new ways to argue. We ran out of stuff. So we were like too nice to one another for about 90 days, and that gets old. Then it doesn't mean anything. I love you. Do you want anything? Do you need anything? Will you go away? No, it's good. So the latest argument is what vaccine are we going to get? You know all the facts now because we're all experts, right? I'm getting Moderna. It's 94%. No, that one's got more side effects. No, I'm going to wait for the Johnson & Johnson then because it's going to be more available. But we decided we're going to get matching his and her vaccines, and we're just going to throw a syringe and see where it lands. Ouch. Anyways, it's great. You know what? I'm digging this pandemic. I really am. Everybody's freaking out. I'm like, this is kind of cool. No. Was I that convincing? Really? Right? My acting skills kicked in. He's like, this guy is serious. I'm not making money. If I were making money, if I were like a pharmaceutical company and I was making bazillions, I'd be like, bring on the next one. Not so. Anyways, I got this gig, F is for Family, and I do some voices on there. But the one voice that's my main character, this is me tooting my own horn, his name is Anthony, and it's actually from my regular comedy act that I was doing. And the powers that be showed it to the writer's room, and because they developed a new character, and they said, that's the voice we want. I'm like, okay. So I actually had to do this bit. So I'm going to do it for you too. This is when people put their children on the telephone with me when I'm in a hurry. Somebody would like to say hello to you. Somebody wants to say hi. Meanwhile, the kid is playing with his toys, minding his own business. They get him all worked up. Would you like to say hello? You hear the feet running 100 miles an hour, no shoes. And they hand them the phone. And this is all you hear for the next 30 seconds. Then they begin to verbalize. You know I don't think you know what. I know I don't have time for this crap. I'm not mean to the children. One time I was going through airport security. I was talking to my friend. I said, "Listen, I gotta hang up because that's how old I am. I'm giving myself away. I actually talk to people still." How about people go, bling, you're in the car, bling, bling, brrr. How come you're not texting me back? Because I'm going 75 on the 405, which is in the morning, really. But so he says, someone would like to say goodbye to you, and he hands his phone to his child, and his child says, I'm gonna go over to Nana's house, and Nana's gonna make cupcakes, and Nana, I'm gonna go over to Nana's house, and Nana's gonna put my name on the cupcake, and Nana's gonna put Juliana's name on the cupcake, and mine. Ryan's name on the cupcake, and she's gonna on the cupcake. I get it. I'm sorry. This change speeds. The pandemic is getting to me, man. Anyways, so I want to talk about my parents a little bit because all of our parents, doesn't matter how old you are. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get a sense of the age range here. We have people of all age groups. This is nice. We get some younger folks. Two of them. We got two of those. There we go. We have some post college. We got some college. All right. We got some middle age. We have some seniors. We have a few seniors. Oh, that's nice. If you're taking more than 9 pills a day, raise your hand. Well, I can see who I'm going to do a drive-by by. But anyways, our parents said stupid things to us when we were growing up, and many of us say these things to our own children. Now, I don't personally have children. My wife and I we've been trying. We've been trying for almost a whole year, but the playgrounds are closed. So we're going to try as soon as this thing, herd immunity kicks in, and those kids come out and play. It's about adoption. It was about adoption. It's very difficult to adopt. As the last comedian, what was it? Was it Peter? Was it Peter?
Andy.
Andy Peters. Andy Peters had said it's very difficult to adopt. We went that route, and we just said, let's cheat and let's just grab a kid. But we couldn't find one that looked like us because we didn't want to draw suspicion. And I don't want to go into details, but this is also, I wear this costume for that. But anyway, stupid things your parents would say to you. My mom would say this all the time. Do not make me come in that room. It was so tempting to say, well, stay the hell out. Young man, do not make me repeat myself. Watch this. What's that, Mom? I said, do not make me myself. I said, do not make me repeat myself. And I will not say it again. What's that? I said I will not say it again. Hours of fun until the unmarked van came to take her away. My dad would say this all the time. I don't know. Is it a working class, blue collar thing? Northeast. I'm originally from the Northeast, and he would say this all the time when we'd have a discussion and we had a disagreement. You're talking out of your ass. Really? Well, I have a big kiss. Good night. Sip of your beer. There we go. There we go. Right there. So, anyways, I got to talk about them a little bit more because they were really into the grocery shopping. We're going to pretend that this part is pre-pandemic because that's when I wrote it. Well, now they get to go to the grocery store, like 90 minutes, 2 hours earlier than everybody else and get all the good crap, that I think it's unfair. And I think we should cancel them. It's a cancel culture. Let's make anybody that is allowed to go shopping in the morning. We should all be able to go. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I think it's a wonderful thing. This guy's a jerk, man. This guy's a jerk. But my parents, they just go on with these monologues about shopping because my dad's always trying to give me tips. Dad, what did you and your mom do today? Well, me and your mother, we get up early, because you can only go early if you want to be protected. We put the mask on, we go in. And surprisingly, there's not a lot of people in there, but we go in, we go shopping, and they had a big sale on chicken. It was on sale for 39 cents a pound. Now, normally we pay, $1.89, $2.89 a pound. I think, it was 39 cents a pound, although 2 summers ago it did drop down. I think it was like they had wings for 29 cents a pound. I think it was 2 summers ago they had Barbara, was it 2 summers ago they had the big 29 cents wing special? I know it's 39 cents a pound this week. I'm trying to teach your son a lesson. Anyways, in order to get the chicken for 39 cents, you need a coupon. Now, me and your mother, we had 2 coupons. There was a screw up in the mail. Hey, I'm not saying nothing. Bottom of the coupon in fine print, there's a limit to how much chicken you can have. Well, me and your mother, we went in and pretended we didn't know each other. What do you follow me for? Stop following me. They have cameras everywhere. You're going to blow the whole chicken operation. I have no idea where I am at time. Where am I? I got 1 minute. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to make love to my wife. Self-deprecating. Self-deprecating. All right, I'll leave you with this. Once for having the once. Thank you for joining our comedy extravaganza. Jason Love could not hate anybody with a name with love you cannot hate. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show. Dennis Blair is on. So funny. So wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Al Ducharme, everybody. Al Ducharme.
I want to go on again.
Oh man, I always forget how funny Al is. We did show. By the way, he's been very generous giving his time. I have a program called Love and Laughter, and we do stand-up shows for people who are going through cancer at all the cancer support communities. And Al has just shown up, given his time repeatedly. So he's a good dude. And when I bumped into him in Juneau, we were working on neighboring cruise ships, so it wasn't that random, I guess. Somebody texted me. And by the way, I worked with his wife, Bernadette Pauley, also very funny comedian. She was at that Santa Clarita gig where Dreams Are Born. And you got lots of great comments, Al. Maria R. loved your physical comedy. Paula Feinberg loved your facial expressions. And Bob Pratt digged your child on the phone bit. His famous child on the phone bit.
Thank you, guys. Thanks again. I'm sorry. I'll mute myself.
No, ma'am. Kate, you're doing it. And then let me do this. This is our next show here. Please mark your calendar. This one's on Friday. I can't figure out whether we should do these on Fridays or Saturdays. So if you haven't, Friday? Yeah, we had a bigger turnout by about 50 people on Friday. So I guess the people have spoken.
Yeah, you did.
But so the next one's at Friday, and we'll do it that way as often as possible. And I guess that brings us to our final comedian. Are you guys ready for your final comedian?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, this guy is, he was a protege of Rodney Dangerfield, who took him under his wing. He opened for George Carlin for 20 years. He's a regular at the MGM in Vegas. Put your hands together for Dennis Blair.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis.
That's my time. Good night. Can I be heard?
Yes, you're good.
Oh, good. By the way, there's nothing more intimidating than hearing the comment. Let's hear it for all those other comics. Come on. Oh my God. It's really intimidating to hear all the comments because a typical insecure comic, I'm thinking my comments are going to be, why did you book this guy? Get somebody else. Please. Why couldn't you get a circus clown? Anyway, good to see everybody. Thank you so much. Glad to see. Very nice here to be on the Partridge Family Comedy Hour with all the squares. Fantastic. Thank you so much. What is this? The point. Here is Carmen and Kenneth Gentry, Lauren McMillan, Gay Smith, and Claire Bloom. It's a family. Come on, everybody, join in. It's TV themes. Anyway, good to be here, guys. I'm so happy. Where is everybody? Is everybody in like the same? Is this like all over the country?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What a club! This is a huge club. It's 3,000 miles big. It's unbelievable. I'm in Vegas, folks. Aren't you jealous? Where nothing's happening.
No,
It's a great
no
town, though. If you ever get there, bright light city, gonna take my cash, you're gonna take my cash away. There goes my money, there goes my house, there goes my 401k. Hey, need savings or a college fund. I just like to party and have some fun. My bankruptcy proceedings have just begun. Hey, people, Las Vegas, only.
Vegas.
Great, one guy. That's fantastic. This is not a really great format for getting a sing-along, you know? It's just, what can I tell you? Those are the days. Oh, if you ever get to Vegas, folks, I'm telling you, it is fantastic. I don't know if you've been there recently. It's going to be summer, so last August, August 10th, I don't know. Can anybody guess what the temperature was last August in Las Vegas?
141.
Keep going, up.
125.
No, keep going.
425.
798 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. I saw a bird take off and burst into flame. Thank you. By the way, this is amazing technology. Zoom, I had never heard of Zoom except like, what you do with your camera until, last year. It's unbelievable. I thought cell phones were advanced. By the way, talking about cell phones, I used to complain about cell phones, and now thank God we have them because we can keep in touch with everybody. The only thing that still ticks me off about cell phones is we use them for everything. Like we can't be without them for a second. It's like, people are getting married. Do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? Hey, Siri? Do I take this woman to be my lawful wedded wife? I found 7 other women who are better for you than this one. In case you're wondering, this is a guitar. It is not Jason's guitar. I brought my own. Thank you. I brought this all the way from home, by the way, just so you know. Traveling is killing me on this gig. I do a lot of music in my act, and I like to bring people up to date because I don't even know if they teach history anymore. It's like the history of music. Like we start, and that's what I love about Sirius XM. They have all those decades, and you can start with the 40s and the folk music. Remember folk music? Some of you may not, but I'm telling you, they had some of the greatest lyrics, those folk songs. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy, what the hell does that mean? What was that song written? Mom, I'm gonna go outside, gonna crack some corn. I don't care. Puff some weed, leave me alone, I'm drunk. We sang those songs. Here's my all-time favorite. By the way, this is my all-time favorite folk song. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. We just found out your wife's a guy. Remember that? Remember those days, folks? They don't have songs like that. That's the folk music. Then you move on to the 50s. Some of you might remember the 50s. Here's one of the most interesting facts about the 50s, ladies and gentlemen. Shortest song ever recorded was in the 1950s. Ladies and gentlemen, shortest song ever written. Here we go. Do you love me? No! Okay, that was the shortest song ever recorded. Some of you may remember a guy named Elvis Presley, one of my all-time favorites. By the way, if Elvis were alive today, my theory is he would be doing commercials. Elvis would have done Taco Bell.
Oh, jeez.
Well, since my baby left me, I'm going to Taco Bell. I had the bean burrito and I don't feel so well. I'm feeling, my baby. I'm feeling, my baby. Guess I should have gone to Burger King. Oh, yeah. Elvis for Taco Bell, ladies and gentlemen. By By the way, I don't know if Jason told you, this is the stupidest show you will ever see in your life. My particular show, everyone else had like good stuff. I'm an idiot. So just in case you were wondering, wonder no more. I'm a moron. Okay, let's move on to the 60s, shall we? Does anybody remember the 60s?
Yeah.
All right, that's 4 of you. That's enough to
Not
continue.
alive.
I can tell already I'm in trouble. Hello? Where's my bus? That's a great song. Come on, Beatles. Everyone knows the Beatles. Here's the thing. Beatles doesn't matter. Everyone says lyrics are important. No, they're not. The Beatles had great music. If they changed the lyrics, you would still be singing along. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles. Flew in from Miami Beach, BOAC. Didn't get to bed last night. On the way, the paper bag was on my knee. Man, I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in Newark. Any New Jersey people? Any New Jersey people? You really appreciate that joke. Beatles. Okay, so here's the thing about lyrics. We had some very strange lyrics in the 60s, but I mean, are you kidding me? MacArthur Park, remember that song? Oh my God. MacArthur Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the... How high was the guy who wrote that song? I got this new song. It's about leaving a cake out in the rain. Why don't you get it, you moron? Oh, then the song is too short. 60s. That's why we moved quickly to the 70s. My favorite band, 70s, you all remember the Eagles. The Eagles, come on, we all know the Eagles.
That's right.
Yes. Happy sounding music, great lyrics. Change the lyrics, it will not matter. You will sing along. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles. I see you're trying hard to get into those blue jeans. The problem is you weigh 900 pounds. You can't hide those giant thighs. Those days, come on, the 70s. Great times. We lived through them. Some of the greatest singers you had Steven Tyler. Huh? Steven Tyler? Aerosmith. Yeah, Steven Tyler. I love that woman. She is amazing. Ozzy Osbourne. I'm sure you remember Ozzy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Ozzy Osbourne, and I will never forget this. I think I was watching a talk show. I forget what it was, the Tonight Show. Ozzy was on, and he said this, and he changed my life. Ozzy Osbourne said this, and I'm quoting him now. He said, you can't argue with that, folks. That's logic. By the way, I don't know if you've heard this, the rumor when all of this stuff goes away, when we're out of this stupid pandemic, you know who's going to go on tour? Ozzy, I've heard this. Ozzy will be touring with Bob Dylan. And I'm going to go to every show because I want to get backstage at one of the shows just to hear those guys talking, having a conversation before the show. Ozzy Osbourne and Bob Dylan. And they'll sing a song to each other. You say, and I say, then Chewbacca will show up from Star Wars. Chewbacca from Star Wars. Here's an impression. Chewbacca at NASCAR. Stupidest show you will ever see in your life, folks. I'm so sorry I had to sit through this. Let's move on to the 80s while I still have time. 80s disco. Yeah! Again, 3 people. I like to entertain these people. Three at a time. Entertaining three people at a time is my go-to. And then anything above that is gravy. So, come on, disco. You kidding me? Donna Summer. Pass the All right, not my best joke. Okay, I'll admit that. Find that stuff out real quickly in a situation like that with cubes laughing at you. How about the pop music from the 80s? How about Men at Work? Remember those guys, Men at Work? You can
Love Men at Work. It's actually kind of funny.
Who can it be knocking at my door? Oh no, it's a Jehovah's Witness. Just redeemed that disco joke, folks. You know what I say?
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness, yes, I know. I'm going to get letters now. But no, it doesn't matter. How about the people today? You got Bruno Mars. We love him, right?
Yeah.
Bruno Mars. Change the lyrics. He will not mind. It doesn't matter. Change the lyrics. Bruno Mars. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, except for the front part. So very sorry, folks. You had to sit down. What else can we do? Any requests? Any person? I'll yell out your favorite singer. I'll destroy them for you.
How about the Niners?
Who?
Bee Gees.
Who?
Bee Gees.
Bee Gees. Which ones? Because there were two. The Bee Gees had two distinct careers. Like before disco, they had those great voices that were like chipmunks on Valium. Remember those days? You're talking about the disco Bee Gees. Oh, let's do those.
Well, you can't tell by the way I wear my pants that I am the guy. I don't take no chances. When I sing, I sound so dumb, like I've just been snorting helium. But it's alright, I can't win. I sound just like Tiny Tim. Long as I don't hurt no one, singing like a girl is fine. You can tell that I'm singing because I'm singing too high. Singing too high. My career is over, but I can get a woman because I'm singing too high. Singing too high.
Bee Gees, ladies and gentlemen. Off the top of my head. Who else? What? Adele? What?
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are a chair, I am a spoon. Lick me. See, I make these short in case they suck, folks. There you go. Adele's one of my all-time favorites. I sleep next to you, and it's a holy hell. 'Cause every minute or two, there comes this disgusting smell. You're farting in your sleep. Come on, that was a request. Come on. That's enough. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for putting up with this. This was stupid. Thanks, folks.
All right.
That was great. Thank you.
Dennis Blair, everybody. Dennis Blair. Oh, so funny, man. Dennis always makes me laugh so hard. And you got a lot of comments. I'm going to put up this little tip jar thing while I'm doing it because this is the last chance if you guys wanted to do that. But my new friend, Niall Patton, who is a classically trained actor, he loved it. And he said that you've put in the miles, Dennis. And then I've got Claire Bloom is a friend of mine. She runs something called the Tarzana Music Nights at the Tarzana Cultural Center. And she's doing it. Yeah, it's super cool. If you guys ever get a chance to check it out, there's just a lot of talent in Tarzana and her friends. But she loved you. She said that you're great. Maybe you'll do her show sometime. Jacqueline Segran gave you HA like the pi sign, just indefinitely.
So it's like, oh, good. Okay. So he's still laughing. He'll be laughing when we're done. Okay, good.
Yeah, haha forever. And Maddie Downey also called you a talented musician.
Oh,
Okay.
well, thank you.
Thank you for doing it. And then also, one more time for Dennis Blair, Al Ducharme, Monica Nevi, Andy Peters, everybody. Let him hear it.
Yeah.